What's up, guys? My name is Raghu Adibatla, and this is Talking Funny. What's up, guys? This is Raghu, and this is Talking Funny. I do this every Thursday, sometimes on different days, but today's Thursday, regular day. And well, my guest tonight, pretty cool. She's from Nashville, Tennessee, a comic from out there, Ritu Tirthani. She just won the U.S. National Virtual Competition. I was in it too. I wasn't as funny as her. She was really good. She was really good. So we're gonna get to know her. So let's bring her on right now. Ritu.
Ooh, hi.
Hey, how are you?
Great. All right. StreamYard. Let's do it.
Yes, I know. It's a pretty cool. It took me a while to get used to this. Let's put it that way. But I'm so glad that you're on. I wanted to have you on, and I've had a lot of Indian comics on here, but I love hearing, the comedic perspective from each one of them. So I know you're in Nashville, Tennessee. Are there a lot of Indians there?
I mean, there are a lot of
Nashville,
yeah. A lot of Indians here, but not Indian comics.
Okay, that's fine. How's the scene over there? What's the Nashville scene like?
It's really good. We have shows almost every day, and open mics on every day, of course, but shows on the weekends and every day. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So before we get into a lot of what you're doing right now, and I want to take you back to when you wanted to start doing stand-up. Can you take us back to that and why you wanted to do this crazy thing?
Sure. Yeah. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now.
Okay.
I started, I got divorced and I had a lot of free time, and I was trying to explore myself and see what I like and so I tried a lot of things. I tried art exhibitions and hiking and whatnot, just to see what I really enjoyed doing. And I came across this stand-up class, comedy class, online. And I was like, I've never heard of this. I don't really know what comedy is. So I was like, I'm going to just go see it. It sounds uncomfortable, so I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
So I joined the class, and I loved it. They showed me how to do setup and punchline. And it's like, okay, this is how people laugh. Okay, cool.
Nice.
So I learned it, and I did my first open mic. The instructor was like, go try it. And I was like, I just loved that. I bombed so bad the first time. But I got like few laughs here and there, but I didn't sleep that night. And I was like, I think I found what I love.
Wow. See, that's the best thing, right? You bomb, you don't sleep, but then you're like, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna keep doing this.
Even if you kill on stage, you don't sleep, don't you?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like, you bomb, my God, the thoughts going through your head. Then when you kill it, more thoughts going through your head. And it's
this is a weird thing. But you just lose your sleep, I guess. I don't know.
Right. So you started in Nashville then, right? How long have you? Okay. All right. So you didn't do any comedy before you came here in India. Did you? Nothing.
No, I didn't even watch comedy. I didn't know what comedy was. I never saw anybody on stage ever. I don't really.
Do you now like go back to it and be like, hey, I wonder what comics are there in India? Have you ever ventured into that? Okay.
Yes, it's a big thing in India now. My mom has accepted that I do comedy, so it's a big thing.
That's great. Yeah.
She understands.
That's good. Indian parents accepting it.
It took a while. She's like, "Why? What are you doing?"
Like, exactly.
What is that?
Is this your life now? Like, is this what you want to do?
Yeah. She looked at my dad and she's like, "I told you." divorce messed her up.
But mom, divorce leads to more material.
Yeah, right. That is true.
It's like, yeah, no, that's cool that they're on board. That's awesome. So, like, was that part of your research, like looking at Indian comics in in India and here? Were you looking at a lot of Indian comics? Or no? Who were you following?
When I started, I really liked Trevor Noah.
Oh, awesome! Yeah.
He used to be really good at comedy. Like I read his book and everything. When I started doing join the classes, that's when I was reading his book and looking at him, and then
what was the name of the book? Sorry, I just wanted to ask. What was the name of the book you were reading?
His first book when he. I don't remember. I still have that book.
Okay.
It was just a story about how he moved from and all that. Yeah. So it was interesting, and he picks on cultural differences, American and so that kind of relatable, I guess. So and who else? Daniel Tosh, I really liked his.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's so mean on stage. So I love it. I liked it. Yeah,
I remember I used to watch a show, Tosh Point. Oh, I think it's called or something like that. Oh, you don't like the show? Yeah, that's when I first heard of him. Then I heard his comedy, and of course, his stand-up is like, amazing.
His comedy is a lot
better. Yeah, definitely. No, that's cool. So when you started doing comedy, what was your mindset going into it? As far as like you're Indian. And what was how did you decide what your material was going to be about?
Well, I was initially talking a lot about American dating because I started dating, and I was trying to understand how this. I'm like, what are we doing again? The dinner, and then what? And
nobody knows really how it works.
That's cool. And then you dump it. Okay, cool.
Right, exactly.
It was like, what?
You got to know that process as well.
Yeah, I never dated back in India, so I was into that. So that was interesting, and the dating apps, and all that. So I had like few things there, and then I didn't know a lot of people here. Like, so I started meeting people and American friends. I started making these calls. So there was an experience too. I would just show up and I'm like, why do they do brunches all the time? Why is this avocado toast a big deal? And so I started talking about, these things that I thought was so weird. Blessing people when they sneeze. I was like, what is this? What is this happening? So initially, this is what I was talking about.
I love it. Oh my God. This is like probably the epitome of assimilation into a culture I've ever heard. Like you're so like, I'm gonna learn about this. I'm here now.
Yeah.
What is brunch?
What is brunch? Exactly. It's so expensive. I'm like,
I don't know. It is. It's just like a mesh of two times. You're eating at an odd time. It's like, 2:00. We can have the eggs.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. Yeah. No, that's cool. So
wow. It is so different. It is an upgrade. Of course, it is an upgrade from India. I mean, you can turn on the AC. I had air conditioning at home, but I was never allowed to turn it on. So now I can turn it on. I have to pay the bill, but that's fine.
That's awesome. When did you come to the US?
It's been 5 years.
5 years. Okay. All right. Wow. So
when Trump got here, we were like on board. Trump and I got
there you go. Yeah, so well acquainted with our past president. What did you foresee any challenges in comedy starting out? Like you wanted to do this, you're fresh into this country and you want to do this stand-up comedy that, it's already a challenge for a lot of people building material, but it must have been how was it for you starting out?
So before stand up, I joined Toastmasters. So
nice. Okay. Okay.
So I do a lot of speeches and all that. So it's okay on stage, but English is my second language. So I read books and stuff, but my pronunciation sometimes I fucked up. So like I was worried about that when I was going on stage more than So I was not
Right.
worried about bombing or anything because I was like, I don't know these people. So if they hate me too much, I'll just go back to my country. That's fine.
Right.
I was like, I
Right.
didn't have a fear of anything. So, but when I started, I didn't see a lot of Indian comics. I'm the only one, and there's another one. He just doesn't come out a lot. But so they were welcoming, and they were really
Yeah.
nice to me, and they would give me feedback when I come like off stage and all that.
Okay.
So they were nice to
Okay.
me, but yeah, after a while, it was like I was bombing so much that I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm not quitting this for sure. But when
Right.
am I going to get better? When?
I
So I
love that.
started reading, like learning from local comics more than people who've already made it.
Okay.
It's better to learn from people you know who getting better at this.
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
you see the joke in its baby form and at open mics, and then you see this person at Zanies with the
Yeah.
perfect joke, and I was like,
Right.
oh shit, I know how he started with that Uber driver little talk conversation,
Yeah.
and now he
Okay.
has a proper bit on it. So I
Yeah.
learned how this person developed it. So I went
Wow.
home and I did that.
Yeah.
Like I tried it and I made my
Yeah.
material. Words, I was cutting words that were not,
Yeah.
I was going home and listening to my recording.
Right.
And
Right.
cutting words that are not important. Like, yeah,
Right.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Like, I mean, that's amazing that you learned that early on, and that's so important because every word matters in a
Word.
joke. You could take out like maybe one word, and this is like the Jerry Seinfeld of writing. Like that's what he would used to do. He was so meticulous. He would spend hours on like one line,
Yes, yeah.
like he would spend hours. And I mean, that's so great. And you made a great point that I think newer comics like really need to know is really need to learn from people who are starting out and jokes, like when they're building jokes, because if you hear the end result, like you hear people at Zanies are killing, yeah, they're funny and you really want to aspire, but how did they get there? And that journey is so important. And that's so cool that you follow that. You did exactly. That's why you're winning competitions. That's why you're like, oh my God. And we're gonna get to that in a bit, but that's so cool. So how's it? So like, so you were hitting mics, and when did you have your like first showcase, and how was that experience?
Oh, I was after 6 months of doing mics. I wasn't doing a lot because I had my job and
Sure.
And I wasn't really bombing every day, and makes you like, oh my God, do I want to live anymore? It's so
Right.
bad. So I wasn't doing a lot. I was maybe doing one mic a week, and then sometimes 1-2 weeks and stuff. But yeah, I got my first show after 6 months, and I did my first show after that stand-up class though. They do that first graduation show, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so that went well, and
cool.
Yeah, so after that I kept doing it, and my first show was first after 6 months, and then I never got another show. And I don't know, I was like, what am I doing wrong? Because I suck at networking.
Wow.
I would never talk to anybody. I would do my mic and I would leave.
Yeah.
So I was realizing that I have to say hi to people. I'm like, hey.
Wow.
So I'm learning that still. So but the first show was there's a comedy club here, Third Coast Comedy Club.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was good.
That's awesome.
Well,
so great. And then you've been doing shows, and all of a sudden life stopped for everybody.
Yes.
Like life was like, that's it, guys. Your dreams are gonna be kind of tough to reach. And we all reached that point. Now we're in virtual world. So you started 5 years ago. Now it's so what was your mindset then when you knew everything was going to start being virtual? I wanted to get your perspective on it, like what was going on with you.
Yeah, COVID hit, and my hours were cut at work, so I was home so much. I was working so less hours, and I wasn't able to see my friends. So I started writing more. I decided I made this a goal that I'm going to write every day.
Sure.
Like just write the date probably on the notepad. If I cannot come up with an idea, just write a date that I showed up to the notepad.
Right.
So I started doing that, and then I came across the Zoom mic, and I was like, I'm gonna show up and see, because these people don't know me, so I can bomb.
Right.
Oh,
no.
I just showed up, and I did good, and this person gave me feedback as to how I can improve. And then I started doing writing sessions with people, random people, and like these comics. And actually, COVID year has been good for me in terms of comedy. I've grown a lot in this year, because I had so much time to focus on what I love doing. Right. Before, I wasn't investing time in it, but during COVID, I invested a lot of time that it finally gave back what I. So
So you'd say you probably became a stronger comic.
Yes, I had confidence. I had confidence in my writing, because I could see people laughing, and I was like, okay, this is working, and
right. Yeah, that's I think one of the bright spots of this is like getting that confidence in your material when you're like looking out and half the mics and cams are gone, and you go off of the few laughs, but it really it's just at that point it's just your material and you.
I'm realizing that if you're nervous on stage, audience picks it. I don't know how they do it, but even if you have a perfect set, but if you're nervous on stage, nobody will laugh, because they can sense it. They're like, she doesn't believe that she's funny. Why should we laugh? Like,
exactly.
The confidence is the key, I guess. Yeah, it is.
It's huge. It's so big, because the audience. Oh my God, you wouldn't think so. And I know newer comics will think, I'm just gonna go up there and do my jokes, but they sense it right away. It. They know if you're nervous, they're gonna be, they'll know.
Yeah. So.
And it's, and then and like I think, some people would say like it's a tough time to start comedy, but I don't think it is. I think this is like a great time to do it, because you have a lot of time before you get up on stage, because not a lot of places are open, and only the big clubs are, and but just get out there and Zoom, and just in the virtual world. We're both one big city. I mention that all the time to people. I'm like, I feel like we're just in this big city. We run into the same people. I see some comments here. Stacy Saunders from Denver. Say hello, Raghu and Ritu, two people who make me laugh every time you perform. Stacy from Denver? Yeah, she's awesome. She's a big supporter. And then my brother is saying hello. He's from Texas. He's also a big supporter of comedy. My family, I drag them into competitions, and I'm like, okay, so you're doing. Let's get to this, because you won this competition, the U.S. Virtual Comedy League, and it was an awesome. I had so much fun during this. Benji, if you're ever going to listen to my show, I'm telling you, Benji, you did a great job, you and your team. But it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of people too, like a lot of audience members, and I was like, okay, this is real. This is great.
And I'm listening to you about when you started, and you're telling me you're bombing, and then you're learning from it, and then and all of a sudden, I think at some point you just took off. Like you were hilarious, and you're doing these shows of Friday Night Funnies, like Keisha Norton runs, and I think that's the first time I saw your set. I saw it on YouTube, and I was like, oh my God, she's hilarious. Like, I love it when you're talking about like dating and your past marriage. And I'm like, I mean, it was hilarious, but like you were on fire. And then you entered this contest. I always wonder what comics think about this contest. Is you get in. Did you have a strategy, or did you think ahead? Like, what was your thinking going into it? What was your mindset?
No, I just do comedy competitions just because you meet really good talent, like very good people out there. And once you meet good people and like doing great sets, you're like, oh shit, I'm not nowhere. Like, I have to do better. So I did Flappers, Uncle Clyde's competition.
Oh,
And then
yeah. Okay.
and I did 2 or 3 other competitions, and I will just end at semifinals. That was my thing.
Okay.
I would just
Okay.
semifinals is when I'm out. So when I did this one, I was like semifinals. So I'm gonna at least go to semifinals for sure. And so I kept going, and I loved the crowd, and and the people there were amazing. The comics were great.
Yeah.
And I really did not think finals I'm gonna win. When he said, I promise, when he said third and second number, I was looking down like this. I was like, really? I didn't even get third. That's what my mind, like, I did not see the votes on the side. I was not looking because I was so sure this isn't. Those people were amazing. It was a good competition. It was so good. They were all so
solid.
Great.
It was solid. And I well, you're great motivation for me. All I do is get to semifinals. That's all I've been doing. So maybe there's a light at the end of my tunnel. I don't know. Looking at it. But no, it's great, and I think it also motivates you more to do better. I mean, this was one of the more fun. I don't know. I had a lot of fun in this one, and it was a great, and congratulations on that. And that's so cool. So what what do you have coming up? What's going on? What are your goals coming up in comedy?
My goal in comedy is to master the craft. I don't really want to be famous or make money out of it. I want to know what I can say when you laugh. Like, I want to know exactly. Like, I want to master the craft. So that's my goal. Okay. What's coming up? I did some shows at the Comedy Bar. That booker was really nice to me.
Nice. Comedy Bar in Nashville. That's so cool.
I did so many, like 5 or 6 spots there, like every weekend. After that competition,
that's awesome.
That competition actually got me some light in Nashville. They were like, she's winning. Maybe she's not that bad. Let's get her back.
That's so great. Yeah. That's so great.
So I'm hoping to get to Zanies. That's the goal for in Nashville. I'm trying to talk to the booker and see if we can get there. So but that's for now.
So cool. Do your parents live here? Are they in India?
They're in India.
They're in India. Have they seen your shows? Any of your virtual, but any of your virtual shows? No. I mean, it must be like early in the morning.
Yeah, but one of my cousins or somebody saw my Facebook Live or something, and he didn't understand. He couldn't speak English, so he didn't understand what I was saying. But he heard the word sex, and he went to my parents, and my parents were like, "What? No, forget comedy. What is sex now?" And I was like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "That is a joke. That's just one joke."
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
My mom did not care about anything else. She's like, if you.
Wow. That is so cool. Oh my God.
So they've never seen like that. But she keeps asking me, she's like, I'm sure you talk about me a lot. And I was like, well, you're the funniest part of my family. So I guess, you talk. My mom, hilarious.
Wow. So you, when you talk about your marriage, right? Like, not a lot, but like you wanted to include it in your material. What made you decide that? Was it something that was like, you know what, if I'm going to deal with this is how I'm going to deal with it? How was your thinking about that?
No, I actually don't have a lot of jokes on my past marriage yet. Somebody suggested to go deep into it. I still haven't. They say that it's your story on stage, so you should be you should portray more of where you come from and how it happened. I'm still trying to dive into it. I haven't actually. I just have like 2 jokes on my divorce. That is also more like on the American side. It's not. It's not a lot actually. I need to get into it though.
I know a lot of comics do, and some don't, but like, I was just curious on what your path was at.
But comedy helps you in a lot of things.
That's true.
Just now if I embarrass myself, like if I say something wrong or wrong pronunciation, I would just make fun of it on stage rather than being like, oh my God, why am I still here? Like, This language is such a pain in the ass, But yeah, so it's all silly, probably.
Yeah. Do you ever aspire to go back to India one day and do comedy at the clubs
I'm
there?
actually scared. Indians, they're really hard. I think Americans are an easy audience.
That's true. So. No, you're right about that. Indian audiences are
like, are you serious? No, you're not funny. No, go back.
I agree with you on that. I did a lot of gigs with Indian audiences, and oh my God, like the nightmares of the gigs that I've had. Oh,
I haven't done any yet.
So if you do like corporate gigs, like if you do or like private gigs, they actually pay. They do give you a check. They may not listen to everything you say.
Oh wow!
But you get paid. So it's a toss up. Like I think I've had maybe 1 or 2 successful, like very good shows with the whole audience, like listening and actually paying attention, and maybe, but very few that, because there have been some where I brought a comic with me. We both were supposed to perform. My friend didn't even get to perform.
Oh wow!
That's how bad it was. It was horrible. Like they had a singer come in. He took the rest of the time. He's like, nope, I'm going to keep singing, and then like that's it. I was like, no, you're right. It is tough. I don't know if hopefully things open up at some point, because we do this. I don't know if you've heard of. You're in Nashville, but have you ever wanted to come to other cities at some point? Where would you like to perform? Like, what's your big goals in performing in cities?
To perform in LA.
Yeah. Okay.
I did an open mic there last year.
Oh, you did? Okay. Where was that?
That was in I forgot the name. It was in La Jolla something. I don't remember.
La Jolla.
It was
yeah.
It was like close to, I don't know where it was. Like it was a small place. And they still send me emails or something. I was like, I have to pay for open mic. What is that again? $5. Why am I paying for that? I'm the talent. Are you kidding me? Why am I paying? And
that's right.
That was interesting. Nashville, we don't pay for open mics at least. So yeah. So LA is where I would like to go. Chicago is were you from Chicago, right?
Yeah. I'm in Chicago. Things are opening up now. And it's a great city. It's kind of a blend of, I think, LA and New York. And it's like a great place. A lot of people start comedy here. Mm-hmm. Then they either move to New York or LA. LA is a lot of writing. A lot of people want to write screenplays and become actors, but also stand up. And then New York is just, oh my God, New York. Oh man. I went there a couple of times, and I kid you not, every block is a show, like a comedy show.
Oh wow!
Brunch shows, Ritu.
Wow, brunch shows.
Yeah, eating, like they're just sitting there eating, and having a beer, and you're doing comedy. Oh, it's so great.
Oh, that's a lot here. There's a lot of bars that have performed.
Oh, great.
People are drunk. Wow. No, listen to my joke. Okay, come here.
So how's the Nashville crowd? Like I'm assuming they're pretty, a lot of entertainment. Nashville is like a big capital for like a lot, like country music and everything. And
more for music though. Like comedy is not, it's growing, it's getting better. But there's more for music.
Yeah.
For music more than any, but Zanies is packed. Every show is packed.
Nice.
The comedy bar is a big place.
Yeah.
Third Coast Comedy Club is, but we have gigs at the bars. We do gigs at the bars and like outdoor patio and all that. So that's fun.
How's the crowd there, and overall?
Crowd is good.
The audience, yeah.
At night, if it's too late at night, like if the shows are like 9:30, then it's gonna be hard because they're done already. So it'll be like, hello. Get up, listen to my joke.
So great. and you're now you were saying there aren't a lot of Indian comics, right? So in this lineup, you get,
There's one more.
all this, yeah, and then you get up there, and the first time you get up there,
Yes.
what was that like? I mean, I know you were saying like you were trying to get words right and all, and but I'm sure like
Yeah,
you seem to be pretty successful at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not easy. They look at in Nashville. There are a lot of
right.
a lot of different. I guess I don't know what to say,
Yeah.
but they have zero expectation. They're like, don't start crying on stage, okay? That's all we want. Forget about being funny. Don't do all that on stage. So they don't expect anything. When they see my face, they're like, okay,
right.
You can speak.
But but that's so great that you've kind of broken that mold over there for yourself, and now you're performing at the comedy bar, and I think you will, no doubt, will be at Zany's, and you're so you're so now I know you do material on your family and all that. Where else do you branch out? What else can we expect when we see your comedy? What else are you writing about?
What else am I writing about? I'm writing about today I was writing about why are there American flags at construction sites? So kind of like understand.
That's a good.
That's a good premise.
You're right. Why?
Why? You really think Jose from Guatemala will forget where country he is in? Really? Like, that is literally I wrote 0225.
That's awesome.
So that is what I'm branching in. Oh my God.
What's your writing process? Like, what do you just write concepts, or do you kind of write the whole thing out, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to get more because I have so many dating jokes that I'm not able to streamline it because I'm not dating 10 people at a time. I had one time like I'm not dating at all. I just have so many jokes that I'm tired of lying on stage now. So I'm gonna be
funny
now. So how people greet Indians in America. Like always say I love Indian food and all that. So I've written that, and I want it to be more like restaurants and other things. Talk about other things. Yeah.
Okay.
That is what I'm trying to get into. It takes time.
Awesome. That's true. It does.
My process you asked, right? And I messed up. Okay.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay.
My process is like, that is how I write. So if I just think about what's different here, then people follow pedestrian signs pretty strictly. And in India, we don't even follow red stuff.
No.
So write something on that. I would just write a premise and then try to find something funny about. So like blessing people when they sneeze. I just said with that line for a bit, and I was like, why do they do that?
That's true.
They should bless people when they fart. They should. And I was just talking to myself, and I came up with that, and I was like, I'm gonna try that.
I heard that joke on your sets. Oh my God.
And then I kept adding Indian parts need blessings, they're strong. Oh my God. So
it was hilarious.
So I really don't have a process, but I think it's your brain. You have to write every day to. I don't know. I don't really come up with anything. I do write a premise and think about lot of ideas and the different directions. And
so if you're out there like today, I was I was on my way dropping someone at the airport, and on the way, like you see these signs, and this like lawyer, they have these attorney signs. I guess it's injury in case you get into a crash. You got to look at the billboard real fast. I love how their numbers are just like the number was 222 like 222. And I was like, oh, that must be why. Like if you crash, you just look up and like, oh yeah, I can remember that. Well, but I had no pen or paper, and I can't believe I forgot about it all day. Now I just remembered it. So when you get into that point where you're like, what do you do? Like,
put it in my notepad.
You have a good memory?
No. On the phone, I will think about an idea. I'll just write it on the phone, on a notepad or something, on
Is that like how does material come to you when you're when you're just is it just
I have to sit and write. There are a lot of people who just write whenever, but I have to sit and write. I'm more like I'm realizing that I'm doing writing better in the mornings. So before I go to work, I try to wake up like an hour early and try to write with a cup of coffee. Yeah. And that's when I write, sit and But if during the day, if I see something that like that construction site, I went for a walk today and I saw the American flags in construction site. I still have to try that. You laughed. If this joke does not go well, Raghu,
you're gonna blame it on me. Like I just pictured it. I've seen it before, and I'm like, you're right. Why the hell is there a flag on there? Like, what is the purpose for that? I'm interested to see where you take this because, like, that's cool. Like that, I think that'll work. There's something there.
I think so. Yeah.
There's something there. Now you're doing really well. And what do you think one of the biggest things was that helped you progress this far, like to get to the showcases and get to, Comedy Bar? What was probably some of the key things that were like, this is what, led you to be successful so far?
I'm not successful. I'm not. No.
You're doing great. Are you kidding me? You're hilarious. You're doing but from like when you started, you progressed a lot. Yeah. Like what do you think attests to that?
I think first thing is confidence in my own writing.
Okay.
I just have to try every joke. I cannot reject it by myself. I let the audience do that a lot. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. When I tried at an open mic just because I was sitting and I forgot the next joke, and I'll try that joke that I didn't think was good, and that would work. So I stopped, rejecting my own jokes. And secondly, I think not being afraid of rejections. I was not approaching bookers thinking, I don't want to be rejected. Why will they say yes to a brown person in Nashville? Come on, they have so many offers. Right. So now I'm like, hey, I think I'm funny. Can you give me a spot, please? I legit did that. Comedy booker.
You did. I gotta try that.
And he was like, hey, do you want a drink and stuff? And I was like, hey, I'm a comic and I've been doing a lot of Zoom shows. You can go on my Instagram. And I'm funny. Can you give me a spot, please?
That's so great. Oh my God. I don't know. That's hilarious. This is going to, I'm telling you, like, and the reason I'm like asking, like, you have a brilliant way of, right? Like you have a strategy, like the way you're explaining to me how you've gone through this whole thing, like this whole, from the day you took that class and you did your first mic to when you're doing Comedy Bar, and you're doing all the right, like there's so meticulous the way you're going through this. It's just going to help a lot of comics who, I mean, that's amazing. Like I've never thought of some of these things. That's so cool the way you did it. Really? No, seriously. Yeah.
I went home and I was like, yeah. He said yes. I really didn't think he would say yes. But I was like, I'm gonna try. What is there to lose? I'm not getting any shows anyways. So
yeah.
Like I'm gonna
that's great. That's great. I've never You
gotta take the chances to see if you fail
that's
or
true.
Whatever.
That's true. You have to take risks. You have to, because like if you there's this interview that Jerry Seinfeld had, and I keep going to Seinfeld. He's one of my like idols in comedy. Like it's hilarious, right? Yeah, it's all his like jokes, and they're like so dry, but they're funny. They're just
I'm like, how are you coming up with this like out of the window of the car? What are you? Coming up with every little. Sorry, what were you keep going?
Oh my God. So he had this interview. Sorry, I just had it in my head. I was like kind of oh my God, it's gonna come back to me. He was talking about see, this is why I have to write things down a lot, and it's a disease for me. Like I forgot already what the Billboard, what it I don't know. Anyways,
I remember the bit.
What was the last thing you were talking about? You got to say yes, and you were talking about comedy bar.
That you have to take, and you were like, "Oh, Jerry Seinfeld does this interview where he
and that's where my thought like went into. I love Jerry Seinfeld and OS, but anyways, but yeah, no, he is the way you were talking about like how you were going through your process is a lot like what like he talked about in his interview, especially when he looks at one sentence and it's like anything can matter, but it's called you can find it on Spotify, and I'll get you the name afterwards, but I should actually post it on Facebook. I don't know if a lot of people knew about it, but he talked a lot about it. But anyways, but yeah, no, really smart the way you were going through this, and this helps a lot of the comments
too. Get spots in the Chicago. You get
what's up?
How do you get shows, or how do you approach
I don't know. I sometimes I'll send bookers a clip. I'll be like, hey, I saw you have this show, can I, but it's a little harder. I don't know I don't know how that's magical how you were able to do it at like a club, but like it with a lot of these, and even if I know the booker, like I've seen him, I've done a show with him or whatever, but I'll just approach them, be like, hey, can I do a spot sometime? I mean, like pretty straightforward, but yeah, I mean, there were times where people would reach out to me, sometimes, but then with like Zanies and a lot of the clubs are like a formula to it, and but yeah, I'm I just reach out. That's it. But that I'm gonna try that sometime. I think
I need a spot.
So if I don't get a spot, I'll just be like, Ritu from Nashville told me to do this.
You're saying my name so nicely. I'm so like I like it.
Hilarious.
My name is pronounced.
I don't know what do people. So yeah, that's the other thing. How bad? What was the worst?
I heard you
butchering of your name. What's up?
I heard you have a lot of material on your name pronunciation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I need to get into that.
I have like 10 minutes on my name. Like I don't even think I did all that. There were some that I haven't done in a while. I just do like, if I have like 8 minutes, I do like that's how much material I have on my name that I can pick out some strong ones to use in like a name.
Yeah, like while I haven't done anything. I mean, of course, yeah.
It's I think if you can't do anything just on your name, maybe more about how people like, I don't know, mispronounce it, I guess. I don't know. But
I think your last name is harder than mine, right?
It is. It's pretty hard.
Adi Butler?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, see, you got it. Adi Butler, South Indian. I'm Telugu.
Adi Butler.
Telugu. You're from, where are you from in India? Where's your family from?
Indore.
Okay. I'm really bad. See, I told you I didn't know Nashville was so don't even ask me about where places are in India. Huh?
Are you from US or like
so I was born in India, but I came to the US when I was 5.
Oh, you're from here then?
Yeah, pretty much. My wife. No, I'm learning actually because I'm watching a lot of Bollywood now. I disconnect because I don't speak Hindi. I'm learning because like we watch a lot of like the Bollywood movies, like a lot of the Hindi movies, and when I read the subtitles, I know like I can put together. I know words and then I fill in the blanks. So. Have you ever seen, now a lot of the people aren't going to understand it who've never watched it, but you've seen Kuch Kuch Hota Hai?
Kuch Kuch Hota. I love the way you say it. Oh,
you've seen Kuch Kuch Hota Hai?
Kuch Kuch Hota Hai?
Hota Hai. You've never watched it? You watched
I have watched it. Of course I have.
Every Indian has seen that movie. So I saw it without subtitles, okay?
Oh.
The first time.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Well, you know when Shah Rukh is in that, when he's talking on the movie, the TV, the show,
Yeah.
that his daughter likes. He's on the show and he's talking about his daughter Anjali, and
Right.
I didn't know which Anjali he was talking about because there were two of them in the movie. Ritu, like this is not fair. Like I don't know, like who, because then there's Kajol looking at the TV. It's so much
Wow,
confusion.
you gave me some material. Look at me though. Oh my god, I could write something on
Exactly. You can, there you go. But if you're ever in Chicago, and I hope that this, things get back to normal. There's a really cool Indian showcase they do here.
Cool.
Chalo Hasso. It's pretty cool. So if you ever find yourself in Chicago,
Yes.
I know him really well. I'll be like, Raheel, you're putting together a show tonight because I got a comic coming from Nashville. She wants to be on it.
Yay. Oh, whoa. Okay, cool.
I'll move things around.
Sounds like a plan.
No, so it's pretty cool. It's an Indian showcase, and there's a lot of Indian for Indian shows. It's not that hard in a city like Chicago. There's a lot.
No, but if I make Indian people laugh, I think that'll be bigger than this competition. I'm telling you, my that's the shit out of other people.
This crowd's not bad. They have a lot of young crowd, and they come, but yeah, I mean overall, yeah, Indian. It's the aunties and uncles. They don't laugh. They're really hard to make laugh.
They're like divorce? No good.
Like, you're divorced. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, no, but no, that's cool. I love it. We're gonna go to a really cool segment now, and I don't know if it's really. I think it's really cool. I don't know what people think, but it's called Raghu's Hot Sauce Seat. Okay, and this is kind of like a take on Karanjor's rapid fire round.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not gonna ask you to list like, who are your top 5 actors? Can you name them in order? Hrithik Roshan, blah, blah, blah. You ever hear him say there's like a 10 names that they have to put in? I'm like, really? I forgot like the first 3 that he said. I don't know how they do it. But anyways, see, I'm so Indian. See, I came here when I was 5, and I know Karanjor's show and all that.
Oh, I'm impressed. Yeah, you're doing good.
It's cool, right? Yeah. It's funny, like right when after I got married is when I watched a lot of the Bollywood, and my wife was telling me about all the good movies I have to watch, and also the scandals, like who was married to who and who was, all that stuff, and yeah,
Bollywood is drama. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, here we go. Here are the questions. They're really crazy, but I want to know like how you're gonna answer them. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Yes. Let's do this. All right. Number 1. Name something you can do with a pencil other than write with it. What else do you think you can do with a pencil? What's that?
I don't know. Nothing. You cannot. What is it? I was trying to do with something with a pencil.
I mean, you can
sharpen it. Okay. What else? Oh my god, this is so hard.
What's his Booker's name in comedy bar? I got like Ritu may think she's funny, but she cannot think of anything creative to do with a pencil.
Oh, I cannot. Your answer, tell me.
I've had all kinds of answers. Like somebody said they could stab someone with it. Somebody said they could bite it. Nope. You can't get on board with that. You need your own.
Nobody said
You could sharpen it. You were right. Nobody's thought of that before. That's true.
I'm embarrassed. Okay.
No, you're fine. All right, here we go. Let's say you're at a Walgreens or CVS or I don't know what they have in Nashville, but maybe Walgreens. They have a Walgreens. Okay. All right. So you're at a store like that. What items would you buy at the store to make the cashier really uncomfortable?
With this Indian face, I'll go with Plan B.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think she'll be. Well, not really. Not
Plan B.
Well, Plan B and pads together. How about that? She'd be like, I'm confused.
That might work.
I could have done better.
And maybe some M&Ms. I don't know.
M&Ms?
I don't know.
Yeah.
M&Ms. Plan B and M&Ms.
Plan B and M&Ms. Okay.
And beef jerky. I don't know.
Beef jerky. Yeah.
It's always items like Plan B, condoms, all this stuff, and then you mix it with anything. I think it'll be like funny.
Yeah, I think so. Plan B.
Condoms and bleach. I think that's.
Oh, that I like that a lot better. Did somebody give that answer?
No, that's mine. I don't. This is the first time I've ever answered it. So.
Can you edit this? Can you edit this?
No, I don't edit anything. Whatever people say on here is what's out there.
Oh, Raghu, can we?
Yeah.
I have M&M and bleach. Give me a second take on it. Come on now.
All right. Well, I'll try. So now I'll voice over. It'll do something. Yeah. We'll just record yourself saying that, and I'll play it over again and put.
Yeah, we can do something.
Voiceover thing. But, yeah, that might work. Okay, here we go. If there was a movie made about you,
who
would you want playing you?
Does it have to be an American person? American actor?
Anybody you want.
Anybody you want. Hey, I want my mom to play my character, so she understands what I go through. Oh, Jesus Christ. She thinks my life is easy. Oh my God, I want my mom to play this life where you do American dating every day, and then go out on stage, and then come and cook Indian food, and then bad Indian food actually. And then do the dishes and have a fucking dishwasher too. Oh my God, it's hard life.
Wow, we went down a different kind of path there, didn't we? Like, is there a lot?
Oh, sorry.
You know what?
You just like.
Ritu, is there something you want to talk about? Like, are you like, there's some anger? I sense some anger, like just as a daughter. Just, mommy, you don't know, like what I'm.
You don't know.
You
don't know how great America is.
So your mom's gonna play you in a movie. That's awesome. How else she would appreciate that she looks just as young as you, and that's great. All right, here we go.
Are you regretting putting me on the show?
No, not at all. Not yet. Well, we got a few more questions. So.
Oh, we got a few more. Okay, got it.
Yeah, you're. If you were to choose between, and then at the same time, I'm trying to think about what I wanted to say about Seinfeld. There's like a lot of thoughts in
there. I get
it. If you were to choose between two superpowers, flying or invisibility, what would you choose?
I like to fly. I would like flying.
Flying's fun. Yeah.
Fun. I mean, I wanted to go to different countries and do my show. Go to Malaysia and see if people understand what I'm saying.
There you go. That's right.
I think that's
Malaysia. Cool. Malaysia is awesome.
I'm doing a show in Malaysia Saturday morning.
You are?
Zoom, I tell you, Zoom is so.
That's awesome. What time is that show at?
6 a.m.
6 a.m. Yeah.
I mean, my time. Yeah.
I did a show in South Africa that was at 7 a.m.
That's the thing about Zoom. You can try your material in with different crowds.
You can tour the world. Isn't that cool? Without leaving.
Yeah, putting your ass through it.
Okay, here. You're on a raft or a boat, whatever. You're on a raft with a baby, a nun, and an old man, but there's only room for like 3 of you. So one of them has to be kicked off, and who are you throwing off the boat into the water to fend for themselves? This is some deep thinking going on here. Please don't say your mom. Like she's not on the boat, first of all.
You're like, stop playing. Did you call this a cool segment? This is a difficult segment of your show.
I'm shocked. Like, seriously, you're hilarious. You write great material, and now you're just thinking of the most darkest, the most like Like you're just putting too much thought into it.
Oh, maybe I put too much thought into it.
Oh man, so funny.
Baby.
The baby.
Yeah.
This much thought to throw the baby off the boat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doesn't need to know what life is gonna be. Oh my God, I'm so bored.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Like, why would you throw the baby off?
Because it's gonna be. She would know how to get to the. I don't know.
To the shore.
Yeah, she would know how to get to the shore. Exactly. Yes. So somebody needs. Yeah.
Babies can swim. You're right. I think I don't know. But yeah, let's throw the baby off. That's fine. I've heard that answer before. I've heard the old man before because he's lived a long life.
Well, nobody has thrown the nun? Yeah.
Yeah, people have thrown the nun off. They said that we don't want any religious advice or anything on the way to shore. Okay. So, we don't want. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't do. You want me to edit this as well?
And possibly. The time I was thinking you should edit that. Like I wrote you a lot about it.
I'm just gonna loop that part. So it'll just look like you're just thinking for like the next 10 minutes, just in deep thought. Just like you're awesome. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Okay.
Colbert, Stephen Colbert's producers call you to do a set on their show, but you have to change your name to Deepika Padukone. And for those of you who don't know, Deepika Padukone is a Bollywood actress. So Ritu would have to change her name to Deepika Padukone.
Okay.
So everybody's gonna see you, but they'll be like, "Oh my God, Deepika Padukone!" And then you're on there. So would you do it? But you get to do a set on the late.
Yeah, I will do it. Why not?
Yeah.
People laugh. It's my creativity. Are you kidding?
There you go.
And Deepika Padukone is hot, hotter than me. I'll take it.
If you get sued, don't call me. I just make up these questions. So I don't know you when you Deepika Padukone's agent or people come after you. Just tell them but don't mention the show either. I might get sued by Karan Johar.
Deepika Padukone question for Indian one? Or do you do this Deepika Padukone question that you have? Do you do with Americans also, or it's just Indians?
Oh no! I changed the names for other people too. I had no idea what to do about yours. It was tough, so I was like, "All right, we'll just use a Bollywood actress name." And
do people say that? No, my name is so important that I'm not. I'm going to decline.
Yeah, good question. I had maybe one or two that said that they wouldn't do it, but everybody else has.
Yeah, right.
Who would this since last April and. But yeah, I think most people said that I don't care, I'll do it. I mean, that's 6 minutes of fame on then afterwards you could be like, hey, this is not my name. I just did this dumb podcast and answered a question, and it's
not a dumb podcast, it's actually a difficult podcast. Oh my God.
Not that difficult. I promise you.
Why can't you come up with a joke right away?
Okay, this might be a little difficult. What would your autobiography be called if you wrote an autobiography? I was going to say on you, but who else would it be on?
You just need a name or what?
Yeah, like what would you call it if you wrote a book about your life? Like,
Brown Life in America, I guess.
That's cool. That works. I would pick that book up. It's nice.
Brown Life in America.
Awesome. All right. So final question. Would you prefer, and you won't offend me, but do you like ragu or prego? Like sauce. Oh boy. Okay. This is where I think I regret this now. Like, I'm just kidding. You said who's prego? You know what prego is, right?
Yeah, but like, what is?
Oh, okay. I was just gonna
what is this sauce about?
I don't know.
You just made it up.
Okay. You know what? This part I'll edit a little bit.
You should edit a lot of parts. I would say. I hope nobody's watching us online.
Maybe just everything I say I'll edit. It'll just be you because Oh my God. No, you did awesome. No, you were great. Is there anything you want to plug? Shows coming up. You have one in Malaysia. Can everybody watch it? What's
Yeah, it's at 6 a.m. Saturday morning. And then I have a show of Flappers Comedy Club on March 12th. And then
cool.
Cooking Funny on March 5th. Come to that one.
Yes, we're both doing that show
Yes,
March
it's
5th.
a great show.
I love the name of that show.
Yeah.
That'll be a lot of fun. And that's cool. Like you got some great shows coming up. Ritu, thank you so much for being on. This has been so much fun to get to know you, your comedy, and you're brilliant. Your strategy is amazing.
Okay.
Trust me, you're gonna help like comics. Like I'm gonna make sure to address that you've hit on a lot of important points of when you're doing comedy, when you're writing, when you're thinking about your process, and you definitely know what you're doing. And I wish you all the best and everything coming up for you. Hopefully, you know what? Hopefully one day I come to Nashville and I'll take you. We'll both go to Comedy Bar and I'm going to tell them, hey, I'm funny. I'm Ritu's funnier, but you know, I'm a little bit funny too. Can I get a spot and see what happens? I'll just do that and see what I will try it though. I'm not kidding. I will try it. I'll just like, hey, I'm funny.
Nothing.
No, that's brilliant. But thank you so much, Ritu, for being on. You've been wonderful. You have a great night and week, and I'll see you on March 5th for the So Fucking Funny show.
Thank you for having me. This is great.
Yeah. Take care, Ritu. Bye. Bye-bye. Oh my God, that was Ritu Tirthani. Oh man, she's absolutely wonderful. She's got a lot of shows coming up. Please find her on Instagram, Ritu_miles_away. That's what our Instagram is. You can find her on there. And my guest next week is going to be the very funny Luca Farrow. I've done a few shows with them. He's going to be there next week, March 4th. So this has been Talking Funny. My name is Raghuwadi Batla. You guys have a great night.